everybody, welcome into the Woody Hayes Athletic Center. This is Rapid Reaction. It is brought to you by Byers Auto. It was Ohio State Pro Day. Friend of Lettermen Row, national champion.
Something like that.
CEO of the foundation.
Oh, man.
Cardale Jones, and an active participant in his pro day. It's been 6 years since yours, Cardale. Does it feel like that, first of all?
First of all, I don't. But thank you for reminding me.
Okay,
but
sure.
No, it was cool. Being out there and throwing to some of these guys that have some live legs in those guys, and CJ with that unbelievable arm. It was pretty cool.
When did who approached you? Was it Coach Day about doing this?
No, actually, right after the Rose Bowl, I asked Coach Mick and his guys and staff for an opportunity to throw at Pro Day.
Okay.
Clearly, still chasing professional leagues, and they said they more than welcome to, and kind of jumped on that opportunity.
I know you've been doing a lot of training, and to have an opportunity again like this, I mean, obviously you're always welcome in this building.
Yeah.
But maybe not everybody CJ was here. He could have thrown. He wanted some of the spotlight. Just to have that opportunity, what did that mean to you, and what do you think you did with it?
Oh, trust me, he had the spotlight. That guy, he's really good at what he do, and throwing to Garrett and Olave. I mean, they had it all. I mean, I was just happy to be up close and personal and watching those guys. But it was cool to have an opportunity to perform in front of some of the NFL coaches and scouts, and hopefully it spark a conversation or discussion, and hopefully to opportunity.
Yeah, what other opportunities you think you still? I mean, you have so much going on.
Yeah.
How are you even still finding time to get ready for football like this?
My mornings usually consist of me personal training and things like that, and then the rest of the day is usually the NIL world and with the foundation and then 10 talents. Trying to find a happy medium to compartmentalize it all and still having my number one dream and goal is chasing playing professional ball.
To be back out here and have a crowd again, and the scouts and people watching you closely. You got that one opportunity taken away with COVID a couple of years ago, so it's been a while since you've maybe had that in a competitive environment.
Yeah.
Did that part feel natural to you? Did you have nerves coming back out here today?
Honestly, the first couple was a little nerves. I think I skidded an out ball or something like that, but it kind of was like riding a bike.
Yeah.
You kind of get back used to it, and start having some conversation with guys, laughing about things and stuff like that. So it was definitely in the beginning a little like jitters, but it kind of settled down towards the middle and then finished strong.
You have such a unique perspective because you'd obviously been through your own. You've been on campus and seen some of your teammates go through it. You've been through pro days before. You have a second sort of stab at it. Plus, you're probably wanting to see what maybe Olave and Wilson are like out there and standing next to CJ Stroud. The perspective to be back in it. What did you see from those guys?
Exactly what we all seen through their careers and CJ's short career last year in his first start. I mean, guys that are explosive, that can run any route. I mean, my main thing going into this pro day is I was excited to see Chris because, we think of Chris as a deep ball threat. He ran some routes that, some big boy routes that's not just always about the deep ball. And he looked extremely comfortable and extremely good at it. So I'm excited for both of those guys at the next level. And then, standing next to CJ as he throwing the ball, you hear that thing coming off his hands.
Yeah.
So definitely impressed with all three of those guys.
We talked, a lot last season about the mandatory toughness and everything that comes along with playing that position. He's out here in just shorts and a T-shirt next to you. How much do you learn about another quarterback in that environment?
His competitiveness. I mean, even if it was a good ball, got drop it, bad ball, got drop, whatever the case may be, he wanted to be perfect. And he didn't have to, show his arm strength today. Everybody knows how strong he got. He rolled it right and pulled up and threw, I think the ball 70 yards in the air. And one he didn't connect on. He wanted to go again, but we we got to save those guys' legs. But such a competitor, and he's smart. He's not a guy that when he's going through just throwing routes, he's not just staring down the receiver. He's actually, you can tell he's going through a progression.
Yeah.
And if it's a play action or if it's backside of a read, and he's always moving. So that's one thing that it's cool to get a chance to see how he really, how all the work that he do translate on Saturdays.
The competitive fire seemed to come out of Ryan Day as well, because I think that script got ripped up at some point.
Pretty much, I think so as well. I know the script that me and the guys worked on got ripped up, and then I'm like, let's go. I'm like, we got to go with the flow at this point, which was good. I think that was a nice curveball he threw in there because things don't always go as planned.
Did you want to not run the 40 and do some bench again too, like the full?
You guys missed it. I mean, on this field right here, I told him the field was a little crappy, so I probably would have dropped a 4.42.
4.42, yeah.
Yeah, a little bad field. On a good field, maybe 4.13.
Yeah,
depending on how my back is.
That sounds right. I mean,
and then the bench, it was slippery, so I didn't want to get on there. I was probably gonna hit about 32 reps with 225, stuff like that. So I was just saving it. All right, that's good.
Ohio State Pro Day. Cardale Jones was back for that. Had a great time watching him throw the football again, see what happens for him. CJ Stroud, there's two guys out here that you wouldn't have expected. It's supposed to be about Garrett and Chris, and it's the current quarterback and the old quarterback getting all the publicity.
No, CJ, Garrett, those guys, they were on fire. So.
All right, it was a fun day in here at the Woody Hayes Athletic Center. This was Rapid Reaction. It's brought to you by Byers Auto. He, of course, is Cardale Jones. I'm just Austin Ward. Stay with us for full coverage of Ohio State all year at LettermenRow.com.